deal. He's only got 1 more year on this. So what would you do under any other circumstances? If you had a quarterback, let's say, I don't know, Matt Ryan couldn't play. He had 1 year left on his deal. You take your ass back in the draft and get you another dude. That's what I'm saying. It's not so unlikely that with that, what is it, the 6th pick, that Rex doesn't go get Marcus Mariota, or you just turn this into the okay, no more excuses, Geno. You've got Brandon Marshall, you've got Eric Decker, you've got what's the other kid's name? The third wide receiver. They just gave him money too. God, I hate when I'm so terrible with names. It's not even funny. God, they just paid this kid some money. But he's got
David Harris?
No. He's got 3. He got 3 good wide receivers. So this could just possibly be the no excuse year for Geno. Saying, okay, Geno, we're going to give you everything you need on the outside to either sink or swim. Now, if you do neither, or if you decide that you're not going to swim and sink, well, guess what? There'll be other quarterbacks coming out next year, or this could be This could be them setting themselves up to put their new young quarterback, Marcus Mariota, in the best position possible to succeed. There's 2 ways to look at that. So I'm not as confident as you that this whole they won't draft Marcus Mariota thing is going to go down, because just like I just said, yeah, they got Ryan Tannehill is the kid in Miami. He's the starter. All right.
I was talking about Matt Moore. Matt Moore is the backup quarterback that I was talking about.
There's no need for me to know that. Like that, you just put that in my brain as something important went out the other side.
Come on, man. Yeah. I'm just saying, look, a team like the Jets, right? They're not one of these teams that are on the cusp or just a quarterback away or a player away, as folks like to say. That's not them.
No team is a player away in the NFL. That's a myth.
Say what?
No team is a player away in the NFL.
But you know what I'm talking about. You always say, they're just this close from being on a breakthrough. But the Jets actually need help from elsewhere, and I think they can use their draft pick in a better way.
I mean, what better way would that be?
Maybe getting your defense a little better.
I mean, the Jets have been known to play good defense. I mean, their secondary struggled last year.
I mean,
getting any interceptions.
The secondary gave up. The secondary didn't even have an interception last year. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's not for a lack of talent either. They had a lot of injuries back there, and they were just patching things in place in that secondary. It was like guys you never heard of. It was like, come on, you want to play some corner in the NFL? Sure. Let me finish making this sandwich, and I'll be right with you. That type of deal. So, a lot of things kind of, attributed to how unsuccessful they were on the defense, in the defensive secondary. Where was that? Reggie Wayne out in Indianapolis. Yeah, man. And again, he had a decent year last year, and now it's time to go. There's no need to pay Reggie Wayne another dime in Indianapolis. He's old. He's 36 years old. For an NFL wide receiver, that's ancient. And again, he is the proverbial hot potato. You don't want to give this dude a 3-year deal, and in the first half of the first year, like something catastrophic happens, because Father Time once again is undefeated. This is the Sports Kings podcast. You listen to us via Spreaker.com, or hopefully you listen to us via Spreaker.com. You could be listening to us via YouTube or SoundCloud or Instagram, or not Instagram, sorry, or Facebook.
I was about to say.
No, not Instagram. Facebook.
Getting up in 15-second intervals.
If you want to contact us, though, while you're listening, you can do so at Sports Kings Live on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or via our email address, sportskingsatl@gmail.com, and I promise, one of us will reply. The Saints, Marcus Colston, his deal got restructured because they are about $20 million over the current salary cap. So they've got to start shaving.
You mentioned the Saints financial situation yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And Curtis Lofton, linebacker who played here in Atlanta for the Falcons and has been doing a very good job with the New Orleans Saints as well. He was rumored to be on the trading block because, again, they've got to shave some money. They got to get some money down to sign draft picks and get up under that salary cap. And don't be surprised if you hear them knocking on Drew Brees' door to do some restructuring or some pay cutting or something, because the time is now. This is when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. Speaking of the Jets, big trade here. Brandon Marshall, we're seeing this again. Brandon Marshall for a 5th-round pick, former Chicago Bears wide receiver, now in New York with the New York Jets, which for him at this stage in his career is good, because I don't know how many of you know that Brandon Marshall's been doing a lot of TV like during the week for Inside the NFL on Showtime. He's been actually one of the in-studio hosts, not just some dude that they're just calling in for a couple of questions. He's actually a part of the show. He's a star of the show, and he's doing that while playing ball. And it tapes in New York. So it's a much easier commute now, I guess, for his side gig while he's there, and something that he can actually just, transform to once the football career is over. We all know that he was on The View 10 months ago, just signing what seemed to be at the time the richest wide receiver deal in Chicago Bears history. But as we all know, those NFL deals are not worth the paper that they are written on. So anybody who feels like Albert Hainsworth was $100 million defensive tackle, he ain't seen no parts of $100 million. Understand me?
Mike Vick signed $200 million deals.
Understand that. That didn't happen. Like Cass was rounding up too. And it was around, because that deal with the Eagles was like $80 million, but Cass was just rounding up. Yeah, it's another $100 million. I like how you do, man. Let me owe you 10 and give you 8, baby. Let me do that. Since it's the same thing, in your world, it's the same thing. So you owe that $10, don't you, Mike? Yeah, but here go 8. Run that.
Hey, but for somebody that ain't ever seen 80, that's like 100, dog.
Yeah, okay, good. So the next time I owe you 10, guess what you're getting?
Oh, no.
Since it's the same.
No. Not $10 and $8. I'm talking about millions.
Hey, we talking about on a smaller scale. Same deal? No, 100 is 100. Like $20 million ain't nothing to sneeze at. Like somebody just say, oh, well, I ain't gonna worry about that 20. What you mean? Like if you talking about the same dude who's never seen 80, he ain't never seen 20. So how you just gonna act like $20 million is nothing? No, it's a big deal. It's a big difference between 20. Like if you said, okay, Mike Vick signed an $80 million deal, but it was really 78. All right, I'll give you that. That's, whatever. What's the difference between $2 million? Like, what difference is $2 million going to make in the grand scheme of 78? Really nothing.
But because you can make that back on interest.
You ain't going to tell me that 80 is the same thing as 100. Because that's like if somebody said, well, I was going to give you $20 million, but since you don't really value it, yeah, I'm good. I'll just keep it. Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you 2.
Almost to the end of this thing, the Jets re-signed linebacker David Harris, 3 years, $21.5 million, 15 guaranteed. Now, the implications in that is, it goes back to that Eagles trade with the Bills, them letting Kiko Alonso go. A lot of people felt like, David Harris is one of those Rex Ryan guys, and that Rex would lure him to Buffalo to fill that spot, as well as help the same way he did with Bart Scott in taking Bart Scott when he left Baltimore and went to the Jets. He went and got Bart Scott, somebody to help him implement his defense to the rest of the guys. Well, the Jets said, hold on, player. What we're going to do is get this dude $15 million guaranteed to make sure he stays right here. So that's not going to happen. So Rex he's going to have to work something out as far as that goes, and getting some of his guys into the fold in Buffalo, which, by the way, had a wonderful defense last year. So, Rex Ryan saying that these guys are going to be the number one defense in the league next year. That's not a that big of a stretch. Mm-hmm. Jacoby Jones signed a 2-year, $5.5 million deal with the San Diego Chargers. So he'll be out there for at least the next year. I always call 2-year deals 1-year deals. That's all they are.
Now, that's a guy that the Atlanta Falcons were rumored to be interested in for his special teams. For his special teams expertise.
Rumor about who? What they gonna do with Devin?
What I'm saying, dude, Devin, look, man, Devin ain't gonna make it through the whole season.
And they got Javier Arenas. So now you got 3 dudes that can return kicks. No one has that. You got Devin, Javier Arenas, then you bring in Jacoby Jones. Like, that no team is punting or kicking off that many times that you need 3 of those dudes.
Well, yeah, big shout out to Eric Williams because he did decide to. Well, I'm not going to say he decided, but they did bring it back. I like Eric Williams.
I forgot about him. So that'll make 4 dudes, 4 kick returners on your team. Come on, Rob. Come on, nah. No way. No way in the history of anything in the NFL has been done like that. And that whole Eric Williams thing.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying what the rumors are. They didn't do it, but I'm just saying that he is a guy that was on that list.
Yeah, don't take that type of stuff on your shoulders. If somebody rumored that, they need to get credit for that, so I can bake them and not you. Yeah, whoever rumored that is not very smart. You'll say that.
Kind of like the whole what's my boy name up in DC, the running back. What's his name?
Who? Alfred Morris?
The running back.
Oh, your whole deal with the man, Florida A&M. Yep, right state, wrong school.
Oh my God! But that was classic. That was classic.
Well, if you gonna mention it, now you gotta tell people what happened because no one knows what you're talking about but me.
All right, okay. So the story was Alfred Morris came on like gangbusters. And the story that originally came out was talking about, what was he driving, Mike? Like a Maxima or something like that? What was the car he was
driving? A Mazda 626.
Oh, yeah, 626, right. So, I'm listening because I really didn't know Alfred Morris, right? So, I'm listening to Colin Cowherd, and, he's just bragging on Alfred Morris. He's like, yeah, and what makes it all special is that, this guy went to one of those HBCUs. He went to Florida A&M. He was a rattler. And I was like, wow. Like, I had no idea because, of course, I'm into the HBCU football, but I had never heard that. And so, for those of you that never heard the actual Sports King show, we did a feature, the HBCU report, which was like a 10-minute feature, and we would talk to the coaches and whatnot. And so, we had then FAMU coach Joe Taylor on the air with us, and so we're bragging about the team, and I'm like, yeah, man, how you feel about your former player Alfred Morris just decimating the competition?
And he didn't skip a beat.
Hesitate. He just
kept on talking. He just started talking about other players. Well, down here at A&M, we got a lot of NFL caliber players, like so-and-so and so-and-so and so. Like, he didn't even skip a beat. And the whole time, I'm sitting there looking like, hold on. It's two against one. Both of these dudes obviously feel like Alfred Morris went to Florida A&M. But I don't. Am I wrong? Like, I'm questioning myself on some straight up stuff. So I'm straight. I'm like on the laptop. Like, hold on, let me go and try to. But Alfred Morris, no, Florida Atlantic. Yes.
Oh my God.
I don't know how black Florida Atlantic is. I don't know how historical it is. I don't know how much of a college or university it is. But I do know it is not Florida A&M.
It's not HBCU. No, it's not.
It's not.
But it was classic though. It was classic.
Yeah. Speaking of classic, Marshawn Lynch has decided not to retire and head back up to Seattle. By tomorrow, he will have signed his new deal with the team to stay on with the team, and good for him too. I like when athletes, display power in a situation where a lot of times they have none. He's like, all right, I'm cool. I'll just walk away if it's like that. Like, these dudes want to fine me every now and then, but like Jay-Z said, I'm overcharging N-words for what they did to the Cold Crush. You think he ain't getting that fine money back in this deal? Think again. Oh, Marshawn, I'm about that business, boss.
Yeah, but the thing about Marshawn is that, football fans like Marshawn Lynch, the folks up in Seattle have just completely embraced this dude. Like, there are so many things in Seattle, and I didn't know this until, matter of fact, I think Brandon Marshall on Inside the NFL was actually, I want to say he was in Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. But dude, they have sandwiches. They have all kinds of stuff like beer. They have Skittles. Skittles has their own regional thing up in Seattle.
So let me get this straight. You didn't think they had sandwiches and beer in Seattle? What do you think they ate?
I'm saying named after Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, you got to clarify. You're like, damn, they got sandwiches and beer.
Yeah.
All the way over there.
Saying, like Beast Mode beer. And then, the marijuana stores up there, they now have the Beast Mode strain of marijuana.
Of course.
Like, dude,
why wouldn't you?
Like, he's that dude.
Yeah, why wouldn't I? That's a perfect name for weed. Yeah, man, I'm about to go get some of this beast mode.
Shotty, what you smoking?